All right, guys, today I want to take a moment to address my attack strategy on steel in the application of USPSA and IPSC type of competitions. The first stipulation states in competition that steel must fall to score. So in order to do this, I like to employ 3 types of confirmations when engaging the steel to guarantee my outcome. First, I like to use visual, audible, visual. So it's going to be 3 types of confirmations that I use. All right. First, I want to call a good shot in the center of the steel. Second, I want to hear a good audible ding. So a solid ding, not a little whizzing on the side of the steel or anything along those lines. I want to hear a good solid audible ding on the steel. And then lastly, I want to see a little bit of movement or a little bit of progression in the steel falling, whether it's forward falling or reverse falling. I will be happy to give up a 1/10 of a second or even 2/10 of a second to guarantee I see what I need to see for that steel actually making progress in its falling down sequence. All right. So to kind of break those confirmations down, first, I want to call that good shot on steel. One thing Ben Steger likes to talk about is when he sees his dot and or front sight, he wants to see the entirety of the sight inside the calibration zone on that steel. As far as the calibration zone goes, you'll notice that is the most circular portion of that mini popper. All right, our goal is to have our dot inside that and be able to see complete roundness of that steel on the outside or surrounding our dot. Second confirmation is going to be audible. I don't want to hear just a small whiz, or I don't want to hear just a small ting or a side hit on the steel. I want to hear a good confirming hit on the center of the steel. One thing that really helps with that is if you turn your hearing protection completely off. I like to run no batteries in my hearing protection, or I like to run just straight foamies. What that does is it prevents your hearing protection or your electronic hearing protection from not only muffling the shot, but it will also muffle the audible feedback you hear from the steel. Lastly, I like to see a little bit of progression in that steel movement. Yes, is it a slight over confirmation on your steel? Absolutely. But what that is going to guarantee is it's going to guarantee that you see some sort of little bit of a movement. Think of it as a little bit more of an insurance policy. All right. For instance, if that piece of steel back there activates some sort of target sequence down the line, it is super important that we make sure we get those good hits and that we get that confirmation on that steel going down so it does not mess us up later on in the stage. My good buddy Ron Francisco told me one day, a long time ago, if you master the steel, you master the stage. That is my attack strategy on steel applied in USPSA and IPSC. Let me know what you guys think. I know that there's not one perfect way to do this, but utilizing those 3 confirmation methods, I've had great success in my competition. I'll see you guys on the range.